This video chart presentation is Cequence Energy. It's a TSX listed stock trading our ticker CQE. I think this is a really interesting chart. As look at this 4-month pattern, shows essentially a smaller cup and handle inside of a larger cup and handle, with the stock price on Wednesday trying to break through a pretty healthy resistance right around $1.75. As volume clearly picked up, 4.3 million shares traded on Wednesday, a huge increase over previous days. And with that, this is one to keep an eye on going forward to see if this volume is going to continue and to see if this stock price is going to continue to push. Now, that's just a very strong look to the MACD. It's type of upward channels that we always talk about, holding over top of zero now at this point on the lower side of that channel. So generally what we look for here is a roll back off that bottom side and for the MACD to go up and challenge the upper side of that as the stock price tries to break out of this pattern. Slow still, holding over top of 50. Showing bullish momentum is being sustained in the play. And you can see from the money flow index, which has held 50 as well, been going back since the beginning part of September right through here, where the money flow really kicked it in gear and has been holding the upper half of that indicator like we always talk about to show that people are consistently paying higher prices for the stock. It's a very bullish look to the slow still and the MFI. Relative strength index also holding over top of 50 in this short term. And you can see right through here a few different times it really came back to a neutral level that was on this big pullback. But generally speaking, also going back to the beginning part of September, the relative strength index has shown that bullish momentum has been sustained in the play as well. So indicators are basically all things bullish at this point. I want to throw that on there real quick. You can see the upper channel that the candles are making, consistently higher lows and higher highs. But as I mentioned at the beginning part of the video, I see two different cup and handles here. Generally speaking, the cup and handle pattern is a very strong pattern. And in this case, there is one inside of the other. You can see the smaller one right through here. There's the cup portion. There's the handle that formed. And now honestly, this would have been technically perfect if it would have stalled out at $1.70 at this side. But you can still see the cup and handle that's formed. And in this case, the breakout point's up at $1.75. This is also part of a much bigger cup and handle that's formed over the last 4 months that comes through here. There's the essence of the cup. There's the handle, and there's the breakout point. Now, this pattern actually would probably be considered a relatively shallow cup and handle because from top to bottom it runs from about $1.75 down to around $1.45, which is a 30-cent difference. Now, we don't put price targets on things, but technically speaking, the way a cup and handle pattern works is past this breakout point, you add the depth of the cup and handle to it, and that would be the target price for the pattern, which at 30-cent depth would put it up around 205. Now, I did scale this out to a longer term chart just to take a look to see how that tied in with some other potential resistance. And the chart actually will meet some historic resistance right there around 205, which is pretty interesting to note how those type of things usually work out. Other than that, it's pretty much a breakout because there's not more resistance until up near $3. So with those things in mind, the pattern that this has formed is really interesting to pay attention to from a technical perspective just to learn about cup and handle patterns, but also more directly as how it relates to CQE and trying to continue a trend off a bottom that it made in mid-2012. The volume spike could be a prelude to this breakout continuing, and we'll certainly pay attention to volume because we want to see it be as strong as possible to break out any substantial pattern like this. A couple other things that we'd be looking for. You can see this 50-day moving average, the brown line trending up. The 20-day moving average, this purple line, also trending up. What I'd look for from support if this does pull back would be ideally at $1.70, but worst case scenario is back down here around $1.60. If it does fall all the way back there, though, the pattern is falling apart. And at that point, just looking for an upward channel in the chart. It's at this point right now, while the cup and handle's formed, that really caught our eye. So those are some things that we'll be looking for in the CQE chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult the qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure. And do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.